Welcome to the Best Me podcast. Your best tomorrow starts today. I'm your host, Ellen Livingston. I believe showing up each and every day as the best version of myself doesn't happen on accident. It takes awareness and planning. On this podcast, I talk about planning for ways to improve my health, develop a sense of purpose in everyday life, and create meaningful connections so I can be the best me I can be. And so can you. Let's get started. Hey there, besties. It's me, Ellen. Do you want to know who I'm a little bit jealous of? People who have a journaling practice. I've heard about people who have kept a journal for 10 years or more. And I think that would be so cool to have a record like that you could flip back through, and it just sounds like such a cool thing to do. Plus, I've read about all the benefits of journaling, like how it can cultivate a deeper sense of self-awareness and mindfulness and creativity. And it can even help reduce stress, and it can help you achieve some goals. But I don't know if I just have this little squirrel brain or something, but I just can't do it. I cannot sit down and write page after page in a journal. Now, it's not that I've never tried. In fact, when I started thinking about this, I actually had a diary when I was in 5th grade that I wrote in every day for quite a while. But after, a few weeks or whatever, it just kind of disappeared. I never saw it again until I started cleaning up my room to get ready to go to college, and I found it. And oh, guys, I'm telling you, it was pathetic. As I was flipping through that, I realized it was basically like a food journal. All I said was, "Dear Diary, today I had vegetable soup and cornbread for lunch." I mean, seriously, how sad is that? And really, my attempts at journaling as an adult really haven't gotten much better. Now, I know there are different types of journaling, and I guess what I do is close to like a gratitude list, because what I do is every evening in my calendar, I try to write down 3 good things that happened that day. And it could be anything that made me smile or made me happy. And I'll be honest, some days that's kind of difficult. But let me tell you about a way that you can increase your awareness of good things that are all around you, and it's not magic, it's science. We all have something called the Reticular Activating System, or RAS for short, RAS. Your RAS is a bundle of nerves in your brainstem whose function is to analyze what incoming information is actually relevant to you and your survival. And it lets only the most important stuff through. It blocks the rest of the information so you aren't even aware of it. It acts like a filter between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. Now, our senses are able to send us 11 million bits of information per second, and our brains can actually process all of that. But our conscious minds can only handle about 40 to 50 bits of information per second. Now, that's a huge difference. 11 million bits of information is coming in per second, but only our conscious minds can handle 40 to 50 bits of information. Now, as you can probably guess, this is important for our survival. Like take, for example, if a lion was about to attack you, all the information you need is where am I going to run to get away from this lion? Your RAS is not going to tell you what color the flowers are or what they smell like or what bird is singing, because that's just going to distract you from getting away from this lion that's trying to eat you. Now, you have probably experienced how your RAS will only let important information through to your conscious mind, maybe when you've bought a new car or you're thinking about buying a new car. Let's say like you're wanting to buy a new Jeep and you want a yellow Jeep. All of a sudden, all you see are yellow Jeeps. You go to the grocery store, there's a yellow Jeep in the parking lot. You're sitting in traffic, you look over, and by gosh, there's a yellow Jeep beside you. Now, it's not that all of a sudden there are a ton of yellow Jeeps on the road. They've always been there. You just weren't aware of them because your RAS did not know yellow Jeeps were important to you. But as soon as you started thinking about buying a new car and you were interested in yellow Jeeps, it lets that information through to you, and it seems like they are everywhere. So now you know how the RAS system works and why. But what does this all have to do with me writing down 3 good things every day? Well, I told you how sometimes it's kind of hard for me to think of 3 good things that happened every day. But if I tell myself it's important to see good things every day, I am going to notice them more. I'm not making them happen. They were already there. I just wasn't aware of them. I've sent a message to my subconscious that good things are important and my RAS will not filter them out. So the more you look for good, the more you will see. Now, why is this important to write down 3 good things every day? Because by looking for good, we create positive emotions for ourselves that can actually help with depression, make us happier, and it can change your overall emotional tone of your life. Now, I'm not saying negative emotions are bad. They are a fact of everyday life. And sometimes having a little stress or frustration, anxiousness or sadness is appropriate for the situation. You just don't want these emotions to harm or control your life. So if you have a strong journaling practice, and I mean more than writing down what you ate for lunch each day, I am really envious of you. But if you have a squirrel brain like me, just try spending a few minutes each day writing down 3 good things that you noticed. And it may feel awkward at first, but with practice, it does get easier. And it's worth it because you are worth it. You deserve good things in your life, and they are there. Just make it a habit to notice them. That's all I have for today, besties. Be kind, be positive, and be your best. And remember, small progress is still progress. Thanks for listening to the Best Me podcast. If you would like to make a comment, suggest a podcast topic, or just say hi, send me an email at bestmepodcast@gmail.com. I hope you'll join me next week as I continue to talk about how to be the best me I can be. This episode was edited by Adam Boatwright. If you need any help with music, audio and video editing, or digital arts, be sure and check him out at adamboatwright.com. That's ADAMBOATRIGHT.com.